All right. Allow the Council of Eight meeting to proceed. As is expected, the rat Solomon Walker is not in attendance, as he has made no effort to be in attendance or inform any of us of his attendance
Has
ability.
he responded to anyone's outreach
I
informing him that he was
texted him
suspended?
that he was suspended and he never responded. As of yesterday, when I switched phones, he had not responded.
When is the impeachment filing being put out?
Great question. Well, Snow, as I'm sure you're aware, has decided that he is going to give up his bar license like a fucking asshole. So is McNee still gonna do it?
I'll plug McNee. Fuck it, I got you.
I tried to bother him the other day. I was like, Arthur, get on this. And he's like,
gladly bother
surprise
him too.
Pikachu face. Could you? That would be great.
I got you.
The littlest judge.
Okay. Well, let's go around the table. Glenn Frugal, treasurer.
Okay. I got one thing done. I was on the topic of bounties this week because I paid Bobby Charles his bounty. It was a whole thing, that guy. So I wrote up a little bit of a legislation for some bounties, and I want to see what you guys think about it. It's a little simple, but I just wanted to get the effective ideas down before we format it, if it's even required.
Formatting is not required.
Yeah, it can just be easy to read.
Yeah,
Did
I
add some
just put
commas
in
for
all
you.
the things that I think. Yep, that's fine. I just put in all the things that I think matter.
Maybe we should change Los Santos to San Andreas.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Okay.
Why don't we just do
Wait,
or?
I'm confused.
Just put in or.
No!
Wait, I'm
Please,
confused.
I have to retry this. I have to retry this case
Hey,
next week. Please have pity on me.
Please, I also can't handle that right now.
Alan, what do you think?
Alan? Mida?
That was a good impression. That was good.
What?
Well, that's his job, dude.
Do you think we should change Los Santos to San Andreas and Glenn's bounties proposal?
Ooh.
Abstain.
Go ahead and change it to San Andreas.
What about an or?
Because Los Santos is in San Andreas. If it's San Andreas, then it includes Los Santos.
I mean, if you want to be
Are
really
you sure about
if we want to be
that?
super pedantic, Los Santos is analogous to Los Angeles.
Just
both a city and a county.
I'll vote yes on this if you change it to San Andreas.
I don't want to get all political about it, man.
We are political. We are politicians.
Come on. Okay.
Nice.
There,
Very good.
there.
Is there anything that anyone wants to add or change about this?
No, I think this is good.
I think it should be more than 100,000.
So
Well,
it can be.
It can
more.
be. It's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just said
With
if
approval.
it's gonna be more, I just have to approve it.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
I ran out
I
of
just
breath
thought
while trying to
should
read
probably
it.
put a limit on it.
Take a deep breath.
I guess
Goldwood.
it has to be approved by the treasurer. So is a limit necessary, or is it just for future approval?
No, I was saying for 100K plus put a limit. Just so there's
So it's a
not like
50K bounty. The mayor can do that without approval per this act. But if
that's
they want to do
right. Yeah,
150K,
that's
they have to
right.
come and seek the
That's right.
treasurer's approval. I don't think there's an issue with that. If they're doing a six-figure
makes sense
bounty,
to me.
loop the treasurer in. I think that's fine.
I think that's reasonable. I would say the only downside of this, if some mayor in the future is just like spamming the bounties, but at that point, I would say it's negligence.
Yeah, you'd probably be right.
Well, I don't have any other suggested changes. I'm a fan of this.
I don't think it's a good idea. I think that it's easily abusable. If
Okay,
you're
I'm
talking
getting
about every
flashbacks to
fugitive,
weighing.
you're
I'm
talking
getting
about every
flashbacks to weighing
fugitive making
bounties.
$100,000.
Mhm.
You think people are just gonna get somebody to turn themselves in and be able to
Yep.
split the cash?
Of
Mhm.
course.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, I do think it should be used quite sparingly.
True.
I'm not sure how to define that.
I think that bounties should only be a thing during states of emergency.
I mean, I would agree with you, Judge
Yeah?
Crane, but I mean, if we look at what happened during the whole terrorism fiasco, how was it that every single damn person in the city was too damn scared to say shit except for Bobby Charles?
Because he was alleged to be giving them the money under duress.
Okay,
I-
let's talk about that. Okay, Bobby Charles didn't snitch on them. Okay, as a result of the way that I worded the state announcement, he was able to say that his 911 technically contributed to
Oh,
them being caught. He did not snitch on them, so no one snitched on them. Okay.
Oh.
He called in a 911 about someone completely unrelated to Bolingbrook, and they happened to be in the area.
You know what? Here's the thing to make this less easily abused. How about, hear me out, maybe this bounty legislation is only for capital crimes.
That works for me.
That's a good idea.
That's fine.
Why'd you say that's a good idea like you were surprised?
No, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Committed a capital.
I added, if it is concluded that the contribution in question is not substantial enough to warrant the bounty reward, it will not be administered. This is left up to the discretion of the treasurer.
That's fine by me.
Cool. I just added warrant out for their arrest for a capital crime. Easy.
Oh,
Yeah, I
never mind.
agree with that.
Who fucking cares anymore, dude?
Oh, I'm gonna remove what I said because I didn't see the line about the mayor reserving the final say.
Yeah, I just worded it like that because if it's just some nonsense reason, it's so I can't sue you or something.
All right, votes. Glenn Frugal, I assume you are a yay.
Yay.
Solomon Walker, the pussy bitch who hides in a fucking rat hole every single time there's any amount of adversity or conflict for him.
Oh my
He's
god.
in his rat hole. He's in his rat hole still, Max.
Philippa Cantor,
Yay.
Alan Crane,
What?
Same, dude.
Why didn't you already do this?
What?
Yeah, but now it's making sure it's legal.
Just outlines a process in which they have to talk to the treasurer if it's above a certain amount.
I don't care.
So is that an abstain or a don't care? Yes.
Hello?
Alan?
Yeah, I think he said he's reading.
Oh,
I think he just
Oh
collapsed.
no.
all right. Let's
Strain
come
of
back
the
to
decision.
Crane.
Okay.
We'll come back to Alan. Cornwood.
What are the votes currently?
2 yeses, one rat who didn't give one, and Crane had popped.
Oh, there we go. That
Why
explains
do
a
you
lot.
need to know that to
Well,
vote?
no, I mean,
Cornwood?
Glenn's or Treasure
Well, I
specifically
don't. I was
is
just asking.
OOC, not corrupt.
Okay.
Any one of
Let's
these
see.
other motherfuckers can be corrupt. Just idealistically, on paper, they are not supposed to be. But a treasurer has to be
What, did
like
you vote,
fully
Cornwood?
non-corrupt.
He's reading, I guess.
I'm
All right,
still thinking.
We gotta focus up.
Yeah, this is.
No,
We-
I'm
this-
We're
no, I'm
over
focused.
an hour in. This is all.
No, I'm focused as shit. I'm just over focused. I'm just trying to.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
trying to
Chief
lay out all
Justice
the
is
pros and
also
cons of this
OOC,
shit.
non-corrupt.
I think this is probably fine because
Well,
really what it
Judges
comes
are
down
also
to is the
supposed
mayor.
to be not corrupt,
And
I
do you
believe.
trust the mayor or not? Yes, you do. I'm gonna go ahead and vote yes for this.
Right, and if they abuse, guess what happens if a mayor abuses bounty?
Yeah, they ain't
They
gonna
can get
abuse that shit.
impeached.
Exactly.
Easy.
Yeah. So for
Okay.
me, it's a yes.
Head of
Finding
bar,
out
Braun.
impeachment is not easy.
I'm gonna vote no on this because I feel like it probably already has been abused. So
What?
I don't like.
What do you mean it's already been abused?
Yeah, what are you?
I'm
What do you mean it's
accusing them
already
of?
been
willing,
abused?
I would be willing to bet, not by you. I'm saying I'd be willing to bet that at least like somebody's fines from the terrorism case got paid off those 500K bounties. So it's like I feel like it's already failed at least once. So that's enough indication for me to say no, at least as it is, without more cooking.
Hell, can you imagine a good old American citizen coming in here and somebody's doing crime and causing terrorism, somebody doing their duty as an American, and shooting them right square in the forehead, turn them in? Holy shit! Now, that's badass.
$500,000.
Maybe you sound pretty sure that is what happened with Bobby Charles. Do you know?
Do I have proof? No, but I don't
you have a good
like the
inkling?
fact that it was used. I don't like the judgment that was used to put 500K bounties on someone with 350K fucking fines. That's just like I don't trust.
I've
Well,
heard
yeah,
higher
the-
bounties for way less. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so I mean, it was the DOJ that decided that they should be fined $350,000
Yeah.
after the
so-
bounty was administered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone in particular. I'm just saying I don't trust it as it is right now after seeing that and feeling like it was probably taken advantage of in some way.
So what if we just added the bounty costs, like add a line in here? Hear me out. What if we just add a line in here that if a bounty is collected, that fine will be added to their sentencing if found guilty?
Oh my god, that's.
You paid for your own bounty. Congratulations.
People might push on that one.
They shouldn't. You shouldn't have fucked around. You should have just turned yourself in. You should have believed if you were really innocent that you were innocent, and trusted in the process.
I don't think it's a bad idea, but it is complicated.
It's not that
Yeah.
complicated. It just means judges know when they are rendering a verdict and they're doing a guilty verdict, right? They're rendering a guilty verdict, that when they are figuring out and accounting for the crime and everything that occurred, etc., in their sentencing, right? That they just account for the additional amount of the bounty. It's asking for judges to do an additional step, and it's shouldn't be that difficult.
But then at that point, what if they don't get paid the bounty? Now some people are gonna get just royally fucked, whereas some people are not. I don't know.
I
I mean, this is
think-
only
that
for
one.
capital crimes, right?
I-
Only capital crimes.
I think the DOJ has failed. I think that the $300,000 fine for terrorism was not sufficient. I think that the 3 days in prison,
Not
even though
sufficient.
these dumb motherfuckers broke out of prison twice, and that there was no additional punishment levied on them for doing so, apart from the very slim charge of prison break, which was only applied one time, as far as I'm aware, was sufficient. These guys got a sunny vacation stay in Bolingbrook. You know, like it's the weekend, dude. It's party time. You know,
Yep.
I'd like to hang out with the lifers on a weekend. That shit sounds tight. These guys ain't got nothing to lose. Imagine the fucking parties.
Damn, they do all the cocaine.
Well, serial killers really know how to party, let me tell you.
I don't want to party with a serial killer, but the lifers maybe.
The lifers are serial killers.
Yeah, but
Not
imagine the
all of them.
parties.
Parties are great. That's what I'm
You think
saying. Nobody else throws a party like people on death row.
Even
true.
lifers got to subscribe to the "thank God it's Friday" mentality, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Hell yeah.
especially
I hope so.
lifers.
I don't have anything else.
All they got is Friday.
You know, Max, I don't disagree with what you said. I agree with you. I know it's my job to, but I actually agree with you 100% fully, heartily on this one. God.
I will fire you if you disagree with me.
Hey, have I ever
He did
disagreed
it
with you?
before.
I'm just kidding. And no, you have disagreed with me, but that's fine. That's good.
Yeah, but you. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Siobhan, you're not doing your job.
I've never said that.
You've never said that to me. You've
I've never said
I
that.
don't-
I've always
You've actually
been
told me to
grateful.
stop working so hard. Actually,
Yes.
that's you don't tell me to work harder. It's the opposite.
Well, that's sweet. Where were we? Did we already?
Oh,
finish
sorry.
votes, or
No.
are we at the train still?
We got
Sorry,
distracted.
I'll be honest. I have no idea what's going on anymore, and I could be watching wrestling right now, and now I'm sitting here, and I don't know what's happening anymore.
I need to shake. I feel like I need to shake my body out. You know, like when you gotta shake all your energy. You gotta shake your limbs like a small child. No, nobody. Okay, just
No,
me.
It's gonna
I don't really
okay.
know.
Okay. All
I don't know
right.
what's happening anymore. I think we've collectively fucking lost it. Or at least I have.
Okay, Alan, is that you?
Hi, crying.
Yeah, that appears to be him.
Shall we resume the voting?
Yeah. Wait. What did?
Let's make sure that he can hear us. 'Cause if he's,
Alan?
can you hear? Hey, Crane.
This meeting's going great.
Yes.
You know, no. This meeting is going great,
Oh,
Cantor. None of us
cool.
have been shot. This is a huge plus.
Good point. Good point.
Not yet. Not yet.
Sorry, not yet. None of us have been shot yet.
Back
Quiet.
to you, Crane, for your
Sorry.
your vote and decision.
But I said I don't care.
Yes, and I don't care abstain or I don't care yay. Can you qualify your I don't care?
Bro, you good, Alan? Is everything okay?
No.
What's wrong?
I really I really wish I spoke better Uzbekistani.
Yeah. Well, it's really not your fault. It's not. Because an agent of Uzbekistan coming in 6 months late to change things that they don't like, that's not on you.
Yeah, but I you know,
Is that some kind of European?
Does it feel like everything that we've done so far has been I don't know, called into question, undermined,
Shat on.
For nothing.
Is that what you're feeling like? Like all the effort and work that you put into this has just been kind of like kicked around and pissed on?
Like you have to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools.
I don't fucking know.
You know, that's what it feels like when I have to face down against you know, sovereign citizen like Kel Soze, right? Someone who commands such authority and power and influence over the average person. People like Bobby Charles, who had met him minutes before he was shot down in Sandy Shores Police Department and found with 3,000 bullets on him and an automatic rifle. It's hard to contend with that. It is. Because he will say that his intentions are clear. His intentions are well-meaning. His intentions are to clog the holes in the perceived local municipal government. But at what cost, right? So is it yes or no or abstain?
sure.
Woo!
Okay.
Huh. There, it will be okay.
Did you vote, Siobhan?
No, we vote yes. Yes, Max?
Yes.
Question mark? Okay, great.
My name has one N. Glenn.
Sorry, I keep
one
doing that.
N.
Glenn, it don't matter, okay? We know what we're
Yes,
saying.
it does.
We
They're
know
not
it
gonna know
sounds the
it's
same.
me.
Yes, it sounds the same, okay?
One. Yes. One. No.
All right, I fixed it. Okay. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done
Okay,
that. I get really
thank
upset when
you.
people spell my name incorrectly, repeatedly, or mispronounce it on purpose.
Does Siobhan have
Alright.
one N?
Yes, Siobhan has one N.
Oh, shit.
Cornwood.
What?
I'm spelling it with two N's. You can literally see my name in all these documents. Oh, that's the same thing stood for Glenn. I'm sorry, Glenn. All right,
Come on.
so it's passed. Bounties passes.
Hooray.
Woo! Anything else, Glenn?
No, that's it. That's it. On to the next one.
Well, congratulations on passing your legislation.
You got
Oh,
another one, Glenn?
Thank you. No, that is it.
Solomon Walker, the pussy-ass loser. Who got suspended and also lost their bar license because they could not attend the only court case they were trusted with representing someone at.
Oh
Philippa
my
Cantor.
God. Ha. All right. I don't have any legislation, but I got two things to bring up. Let me find my notes. Okay. First things first, before I forget it. Actually, 10 minutes before the meeting, Finley Milton called me about this, so I did not get the opportunity to talk to him in full. He asked to meet with us due to the heightened security concerns. I told him probably not. But I will meet with him about it. He said that he has ideas for mechanic stuff. And he, I asked him the question. He explained that none of it would involve construction.
Okay.
He's not an idiot. So thank God for that. So I will go hear him out, see what he has to say, and I can bring it to y'all next meeting. No idea what that'll be. Like I said, it was very close to the meeting. The second one is a doctor brought to my attention that Max, you were in the hospital yesterday talking about hospital security. So I
Mm.
wanted to broach that. You suggested a potential idea.
Well, hold on, hold on.
Yeah.
I said, what if someone who is committing violence or other disturbing acts within Crusade Medical were to be deported as a result of that?
Yeah.
Let's just say that particular issue is above our pay grade and is presently being addressed.
Woo!
Okay.
Sick.
Okay, if it's above our pay grade, that's fair enough. I can say from the entirety of the attendings, as well as Janetti on the board of directors, and numerous other members of our staff, we don't want that. That isolates us and puts us in a position where people will only treat us as if we are Dr. Skip. It is also potentially something that people would use to hide and a lot of things.
Okay.
I personally am fully against it. If that say means anything.
All right. For the reasons you just said.
Yes, yeah, for those pretty much. That's
Okay.
the best I can explain it.
All right. I mean, I have no
Skipping.
horse in this race per se.
Of course.
I mean,
yeah.
I kind of agree with you. In fact.
Yeah.
Skipping writing down that one.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll see. I know. Yeah, I'll roll with whatever, but just in case. All right. That's all I've got.
Vague and sounds admin.
Alan Crane, do you have anything to present? All right, Cantor, do you have anything to present?
No. That was all I had.
Alan Crane, do you have anything to present?
No.
Cleese Corner, do you have anything to present?
I had a couple things that were brought up to me this week. One is we have a possession of moonshine charge that talks about how 15 units is a misdemeanor possession, and they found new bottles that weigh about 8 times they're about 8 times bigger than what the old moonshine bottles were. So there was some discussion about changing it from units to like a weight value or something. Because then 15 units, but it's times 8, etc. And then the other thing I had brought up is people were asking if we could have if it was even possible for us to write a legislation to be able to seize vehicles that we find as part of a street race. If we catch somebody doing a street race and then even though it's not technically considered a violent crime, if we could consider street racing a crime so violent because you're going to loop around the city at a high rate of speed and people can get killed and you can cause a hell of a lot of damage to the city and everybody else. If we can have that
a little extreme.
if we can have those vehicles seized from the racers.
This is what the VAF system is for, and I think we've talked about it.
Essentially, street racing would be 3 VAF points.
That's
I'm
very extreme.
I think
what
the
the
current
hell?
VAF system is fine.
No.
No,
What
the
dumbass cop
bottles are
suggested
heavier.
that?
That's what was brought up.
One strike system.
No, who? What dumbass cop?
Oh shit! It was a while back. I don't even have a name attached to this.
That's absurd and ridiculous.
Yeah, it was just a few guys came up to me and I just wrote it down on my chicken scratch. My suggestion, I think if we had street racing be 1 VAF point, is that something that would be plausible?
It's not a violent felony.
I mean, I think you make an argument for for street racing being considered violent. But then
Okay,
at that
so
point,
is
you're talking
reckless
about
evading
reckless.
violent?
Yeah, you could talk about reckless being evading or violent too.
There we go.
I mean,
There we
street
go.
racing is different though because it's not just one vehicle driving recklessly around the city. It's a part of an organized group of folks with a bunch of vehicles driving recklessly around the city as opposed to just one vehicle. I do think street racing is a step above driving recklessly or reckless evading.
But it's not violent, right? It's not inherently violent. Like, do you want street racers to be treated the same way as people who shoot other people? Right? I don't think driving your car fast. Okay, I might be biased in this matter. I don't think driving your car fast is the same thing as getting shot or shooting people. I don't think they should be treated similarly in that regard.
I mean, if you hit someone with your vehicle, that's assault with a deadly, right?
But what?
No.
I mean,
No,
only
not
if.
necessarily.
If it's a
Not
weapon.
necessarily. If you intentionally are weaponizing
Yeah,
your vehicle,
intentionally.
right? If you're intentionally weaponizing your vehicle, that's different. Murphy, do you remember that story that Serge told in the Old Republic about how he sat on the side of the road after a street racer ran him over for like an hour and a half and he didn't say a word to him the entire time?
Yeah, I also went through a similar thing though.
Right. Yeah, really fun. I
Yeah,
mean,
I know.
I see that there's an issue, but I don't see it as the VAF level issue, right?
Okay, then can we come up with a system separate from VAF, like a for street racing points or some shit, and you get caught as a part of a street race? I don't know how many times.
I'm not opposed to that, but I would like to see it drafted up and like fully fleshed out and thought out.
Okay.
Draft it up. Sick.
Okay. Yeah, I'll work the shit out.
Okay, if you want help, you can always call me. All right, anything else?
Okay.
Cornwood.
I had those two things and the
I mean, yeah. I mean, they will
I think that's
always
it for
shoot
now.
cops. Yeah.
Murphy Braun.
I've just been outlining a law school
But
to sort of get people
I
more
mean,
engaged in the law just as citizens, and also to create a track and a certification program to help us scout good attorneys and give them a meaningful path to getting bar certified. So that's in there. I don't know if it's like ready for a vote or anything like that, but that's all I got right now.
vehicle asset forfeiture should be a thing, IMO. But 3 strikes was crazy.
Okay. Does this have to be like council approved?
I mean, like I don't know. Maybe
Nope.
maybe not.
Sounds like to me this is just an event that Glenn can approve the money for if he wants
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, that's
Cool.
fine. I'll approve it.
All right. Yeah, I'll just be in touch with you about that when we get it going.
Does make
And,
racing a lot
Yeah, just tell
riskier,
me how much
I'll-
money you want.
but it would
Okay,
kill
since you
As
have
long
me
as
listed
it-
here as an instructor, am I gonna get paid?
Anyone who's on the approved list of bar certified instructors, which is like an acknowledgement, not an official title, but like along the lines of senior attorney, judges and attorneys who meet a certain standard can
So
be paid
senior
to
attorney
teach.
and junior attorney program in not so many words without being so explicit.
No title. It's just like
Okay.
you're clear to instruct. You know your stuff. Like it's
Got it. Okay,
it's a
like
determination made between myself and the Chief Justice and
Well, that was
whoever
like
else
literally
is
the
relevant.
delineation between seniors and juniors so that senior attorneys could teach.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to clarify.
So yeah,
Cool.
that's about that. That's about what I have.
That's
Pending further
good.
feedback if anybody has ideas.
I put notes on the bottom already. I thought your mock trials monthly could probably be too intensive, and doing them quarterly would make more sense. Or every other month. I think
I have
monthly is
I have
usually-
Well,
approved
Max going
or
to
endorsed
recuse himself as a self-appointed
or
commissioner.
attended or said
Well,
yes
He
to
had an OC agreement
probably 6 or 7 different
Uh-huh.
types of
to be allowed to do that, but
mock trials and
who knows?
training courses over the years. I'm open to whatever you guys want to do.
Probably when the mayor term is over.
Please do it.
I think we have a surplus by this point, 6 months in closed docket cases that generating a mock trial with a assorted company should not be difficult as long as there's attendance. So we'll just see what happens with it. I think it can be adjusted on a need basis.
Cool.
All right.
So yeah, that's all I had for today.
You keep it up, Murphy. That's good.
Yeah, thanks, Glenn. I appreciate it.
It's good work you're doing here.
Don't get mad at me.
I
Yeah, I hope
like
so.
the cut of your jib, Murph.
Hey, Murph.
Murph.
That's so cute.
I like you, Glenn. I'm glad we've got you here.
Glenn is a
Oh,
treasure. I
It's
want to
the
protect him.
positive
you.
attitude that,
Thank
that I think
you.
we all desperately need right now.
Okay, well, Max, my answer to this question, what I have present is a fuck ton of stuff. We have so much. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 things to go through today.
Oh fuck. Fuck.
I feel like I should start with the first one. 7972. The FU Act. Felon Uniformity Act. It's a working title. I was just trying to get something
Already
that'd be called
exists.
FU. Okay, where's the heinous act exception?
In legislation, we put it in there when we made it.
Wait, where?
In expungements. Expungement protocols. Violent capital crime exception. An individual may pursue an expungement one or more of these crimes on record, so long as they are aware they will never be purged from one's record as they have been deemed too far severe to the possibility of being removed.
Oh, good. Good, we did do that. Okay, well, this is going further. Like heinous act exception on crack.
Why?
Why? Max.
Why is this necessary?
We will take your
What's
hand.
the why for?
What the hell?
Just let her explain.
All right. This act would go further than keeping them on the than simply keeping it on their record. It would essentially reduce privileges. I mean, you can read it. Menaces to society from enjoying certain privileges and luxuries. This Bill of Human Privileges, not the Bill of Human Rights. Also, the 3 strikes rule. First-degree murder is included in the heinous acts with the addendum serial assault and killings, with the idea, right, that this would introduce mandatory minimum sentencing for serial assault and killings.
Yeah, there's.
Listen, I'm just bringing this up. I put it
Yeah,
in here
but you
because
know
several
why
people have
that's not
asked for
possible.
mandatory.
I'm not. You know why that's not possible, and you also know why I'm not in a good position to explain that. So what?
I think we have different ideas on this topic. We can hold it for later.
It's not our right to decide that, though.
Life in prison has typically been alright.
Yeah, for serial killers, that's very different.
I mean, life in prison has
this
generally
one's
been on the
crazy.
table when death penalty is on the table, right? I mean, do we want to quantify what the death penalty crimes are?
Yeah, but what you wrote in with no possibility of parole.
I mean, that can be changed. We can add possibility of parole after, a certain amount of time.
You know what? I'll stop interjecting. You just go ahead.
I'm willing to change things. All right, this is not meant. I'm willing to change things. This is negotiable. There are not hard things in here that need to stay. All right, entirely, right? Like I'm willing to. But there's plenty of things that we can work with on this. I mean, Alan, I put the right to take hands. The hands we donate to Bingo Dan. I mean, I anticipated that you might not be the biggest fan of that one. I'm willing to give.
I think the hands is a little far. I think that's a
What?
bit far.
What do you mean?
People
Their hands
need
are
hands.
dangerous.
Oh, look, I've seen countries that take people's hands, okay?
I
We don't need to
believe
do
in
that here.
reformation. You can't do that with no hands. It's so hard.
Good guy, Glenn. Look at that.
This is even
was
Max
setting back.
suggesting. You're not even.
This is supposed to be a
paying
collaborative
attention.
process, anyway.
Yeah.
This is Siobhan presentation.
Does that mean one first-degree murder? Are you saying they should lose their hands?
It does say
is that what that
it does say
says?
after 3 times, right? Is that what it was? If found. No, it's just all of this is just if they only have one.
Yeah, it's only one.
Okay.
There's some things in this I agree with, but most of it I disagree with, to be honest.
Okay, what things do you disagree with? Let's workshop them.
I'll go with what I agree with. Well, willing to agree with. Right to vote? That's an interesting one. I'm okay with that maybe being taken away. Let's see. Let me go through them.
How is it that someone who is a
Weapons
treasonous
license? I
or
agree.
a terrorist, how is it that they should have the ability to determine who is in public office?
No, I'm saying they shouldn't. That's why I agree with that one.
You
being
agree with the
taken
right to
away.
vote. Okay.
I thought you meant to take away the thing.
I'm agreeing with what I'm okay with getting taken away.
Okay.
I agree with right to vote getting taken away. I agree with weapons license. Freedom of speech on Twitter? Maybe.
If it's like terroristic or something, I suppose. I mean, I guess what I asked Siobhan is what does that
We saw how
apply to?
Twitter was used and weaponized against the government to spread seditious language.
Yeah, they'll have to take sliver of arm.
Does this mean like you get a
Give me an
Twitter
inch of
ban
your
if you're found
arm.
guilty of terrorism? That's a crazy
I'm
increase.
workshopping, we're
That's a
workshopping,
crazy
we're
increase
figuring
from
it
my
out. I
horny
didn't even
text.
think about it
That's
like
a crazy increase. I'm like, ban them if they say,
I was just thinking if they were. I
things.
wasn't
You're
saying
like,
if they were outright guilty until they fucked
Yeah.
around and found out again, right? But they already had the guilty thing, right? That they should, be careful if they do treasonous language again because they've already proven, that they're a danger to the government once.
I mean, we should just get rid of weapons licenses altogether. Make,
okay.
Well, you don't even need one. You just have a gun.
I think that might
that's
be the opposite of the solution we're looking for.
I was scored with a cop, man.
I'm not okay with taking the hands away.
Okay,
That's
why?
a
Really
low-hanging
stuck on the
fruit. That's
hams.
just-
Yeah,
they-
we might have
That's
to take
just
that
to mark
one.
it up to mark it down. They'll remove that.
I think curfew restriction is also not viable.
I'm gonna tell Vingo that you struck this down, Glenn.
Oh, I love curfew
I don't know
restriction.
who that is.
Wait, sorry, how did you feel about free healthcare? I want them to have to pay doctors.
That
I
could work,
think,
but I don't think they're gonna do it.
yeah, I think that's very hard to
Okay,
track.
feasibility too hard to enforce. No problem. Removed.
Yeah.
So what was it for free housing when they pay the treasurer $5,000 monthly?
They're not gonna do that either. It's just not gonna
No.
happen.
No, it won't. Probably.
Glenn, who the hell pissed in your cereal this morning?
It's not viable.
You support that, Cornwood?
No, I'm just saying, you should no to everything today.
If they got treason, they're not gonna pay the treasurer $5,000.
Right. Why would they respect
They
the
put
authority
so
of the
much
state
work
when they've
into
already
doing the
denied its
opposite.
authority? Right. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Cognitive dissonance.
Twatter ban is good. I think they should be able to appeal that if they get reformed.
Okay.
They should take a seminar or something.
Well, they wouldn't pay people. Like, hello? He's not wrong.
Wait, with the ability to appeal upon completion of a re-education seminar. We'll work out the details later.
That can work.
What about peaceful assembly? They're menaces to society. They shouldn't be gathering.
Okay.
That's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
What do you mean slippery slope? I was trying to take their hands.
Okay, that was just
Yeah,
all
you
the way
got
down
some
the fucking slope.
outrageous asks.
I think it's more of a plateau.
They're gonna say no to anything, so that doesn't work anyways.
Okay, so peaceful assembly, you want to leave them that?
I don't think
None
we'd
of
be
the
able
terrorists
to.
and the treasonous and the serial killers all gather in an unholy union.
Why is there an entry in here about the privilege of a weapons license?
It was just ensuring any additional weapons licenses. I had bad phrasing here, but like any class of vehicle, I was trying to change this to any class of weapon. Because they're a violent felon, they shouldn't get it anyway. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah.
Just making it super clear. But, you know, easily removed. It was redundant. It was redundancy.
Now, the thing for freedom of movement, it's a good idea, but it's never gonna happen.
No, probably
Unfortunately.
not.
They're menaces to society.
I agree with you, Siobhan. I agree with
So
you.
they should
but
be
it's just not-
outcast.
I agree. But they're not gonna be able to do that. Anybody doing this isn't smart. They broke the law.
They should have to walk
Smart
around town with
people
chains
don't
on their
break the
legs.
law.
Fine. 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 No. They can keep their freedom of movement. All of it, though? What about the curfew?
I wouldn't budge on the curfew, Siobhan.
I don't know how you enforce that.
Believe in the curfew?
I believe in the curfew. Only bad things happen at night.
Okay.
Only bad things happen at night, Cornwall.
Oh. If you're driving around town at 3 a.m., chances are you're either doing crime or stopping crime.
That's not night. That's the morning.
I don't have an answer to that statement.
Okay, let me just go around the table really fast. How does everybody feel about the curfew? Max? I'll come back to
So
you. Okay, go ahead.
the curfew is hard to enforce.
Sure it is. It is hard to enforce.
Everything about this is hard to enforce.
But not impossible.
It's not impossible. I mean, I could take or leave the curfew. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, all right, Glenn, you already made your thoughts. Cantor, how do you feel about that curfew?
I mean, honestly, mostly same. I guess it wouldn't be like a I mean, if they happened to be pulled over at night or something, then they
Right,
fuck people like-
exactly. You know, that's all I'm saying.
I
Well,
think
if they're getting pulled over, they're already committing a crime.
Is-
Probably.
would this just be forever once they've committed this crime?
Possibly.
That's where that's where I think it becomes a very big
Well,
ass.
no, here, no, it's not forever, okay? Because they have the option to actually be able to get expunged to the Death Coliseum at the bottom.
Okay.
I think a lot of this is better as a probation thing.
Oh
Yeah,
I
yeah.
took this directly from parole
I
guidelines.
think that some of this you could be harsher on if it was temporary. But if it's forever, it's a very hard ask.
All right. You know what? Let's Alan, how do you feel about curfew?
I'll let you guys finish.
All right. Cordwood?
Yeah, hell, I think curfew's good.
Murphy?
I have absolutely no confidence in the good faith of this legislation as a whole. I'm against the entire thing.
You know, I guess
I think-
that. I guess that you
I
would.
think-
I guess that would be your take. Because that's just so like you.
Yeah, it is like me. I think we have spent more than enough of this session targeting your enemies. And maybe we should do something that actually helps the public instead of just every week meeting to find new ways to target your enemy.
Wait, who the hell was this target?
Oh, I don't know.
Ooh, I
Who's
super
recently-
regret biting.
Who currently
I regret
has
biting my
treason-
tongue
or,
earlier
sorry,
now. I
terrorism and
super regret
first-degree
biting my
murder.
tongue earlier.
You'll live with your regrets.
Capital level criminals impeding the government are not an issue, Murphy. That's what you're essentially saying. Got it. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting us know your take. God, I regret biting my tongue
That's
earlier.
not what I said.
Stand
just
strong,
questioned your
Murph.
motive.
Stand strong.
Well, what did you mean?
You know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean, Murphy.
It's very clear what I mean. I do not
really
any
have no
essential
idea.
confidence in the good faith of this legislation or the emergency powers legislation.
Did they get to you?
No. No one needs to get to me. It's clear as day. All we have been concerned with is finding more ways to fuck over people who have wronged you instead of trying to help people who have, like, not wronged us. So I've had enough. I've seen enough.
You got to understand something very clear. They didn't just wrong me. They didn't wrong Siobhan. They wronged TJ Walker and his entire extended family when they murdered him in cold blood. They wronged the people of Los Santos when they needed us most, when we were going to be seeing stuff about famine to literally stop people from starving. Okay, they wronged the people of Los Santos.
And whether
when we were
you like it or
unable
not, they
to convene
paid
for
their price for that in prison.
Ooh, 3 days.
It was
in
said whether you
prison.
like it or not.
Oh my God! Surely that would stop. Oh wait, no, I've been shot 3 different times. By
Okay, so we
Chang
should
Meg
make
since
ex
then.
post facto bullshit laws that apply to people after the fact,
Murphy's
and that should
also
apply
worked
to
with them, though.
everybody. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
is.
when it comes to capital level crimes, I'm gonna tell you right now, if 3 times terrorists or 3 times treasonous or 3 times serial killers are out in the fucking streets, I feel like the system has failed.
The system has failed on a DOJ level when they were handed down probably one of the lightest sentencing that I've ever seen for a capital crime or heard of for a capital crime. If the system on large failed when they broke out of prison twice, the system failed when they did not reform and have continually been hunting and trying to punish people that decided that they would do the horrible act of acting as a check and balance for their crimes, their continued crimes, the crimes that they have failed to realize were bad. They still think they were right about what they've done, and they still have no intention of even taking this punishment or feeling like this is even a punishment, because they have a cast of minions who are slinging weed on the corner to pay for their fines. The laws don't apply to them because they are working outside the system.
But what you two are blind to is that there are good law-abiding citizens who don't like what they see and don't like what's going on. The optics of everything that's happening is terrible. And more people are going to turn against what we're trying to do here. And it's been a while since we've done anything productive for the actual people who put us here and put their trust into us.
Why was that, Murphy?
Hey, hold on. Definitely didn't fund Pride Month the last time we met. Definitely didn't approve $750,000 to be handed out to them. It's not that the optics are important for one reason. Okay, they are important to people who are actually invested in what it is this council has tried to accomplish. Okay, optics from someone who is associated with a terrorist or a treasonous, they do not matter. They do not matter. Okay, and they might get loud on Twitter or in public and say that the government's corrupt or whatever, but they literally cannot cite any example, any substantial example of this corruption. They can't.
So you think it's perfectly fine and perfectly normal and a good look optically for the two of you to do whatever fucking job in government that you feel like any given day of the week?
Oh my God, you are literally repeating that.
That's what Mr. K said yesterday.
On an
Yeah,
on
that's literally
an
what Mr. K said. That's
ongoing
literally
basis.
what Mr. K said.
I
That's
don't
literally
disagree
what
to
Mr.
all
K
your
said
points, but
yesterday.
weren't you crying about not being deputized
You were
just
the
a
one
couple
crying.
weeks ago?
Yes,
Are you going to try
Oh
to
my
throw
God,
this in
for
their
anybody
face?
who would
I'm
listen,
For the
we're
sorry.
going
But what the
protection,
hell?
at
for the
20.
protection.
That's why.
But this
that's
isn't
the
about
shock.
protection
That's
anymore.
right.
This
Yes,
isn't
it is
about protection anymore. It's about you having a private army that you pay to fight your fucking battles for you. The two of you. You're fucking pussy. And you're dragging the rest of us who weren't promising the public all sorts of shit to get elected, who are beholden to our departments and our functions in relation to the commonwealth of the people of this state, of this city. You are dragging us into your fucking war.
All right.
And it's gone on long.
A counterpoint. Okay. I think you're a pussy.
Wow.
Oh shit.
Well, that's just like
okay.
your opinion, man.
Things are moving fast.
I think you're a pussy. I think you're worried that your previous and past allegiance to CG is probably going to cause you some sort of blowback. I think you're disguising it as some sort of public optic thing when in actuality you're just worried about being hunted by them. And I know you're worried about
Oh, it's already been burned. I don't give a fuck about that.
I'm sure you don't. I'm sure you won't go crawling back to them when the time is right either.
Hey there, Slacks. You doing okay, bro? Hey, Soze.
Well, like I said, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. I think this has gone far.
I think
Cut-
your
Cutting
opinion,
fucking people's hands off and shit.
You know they do that shit when people are stealing. Hell, I fought in Desert Storm where I was a combat medic. I was in Berlin.
Thank you for your service.
Absolutely.
I think there's been enough bickering, and I think we should vote, although I don't know where Alan's
Oh, I just
at.
voted.
Slacks, open up. I got the food.
Oh, deliver's here.
The soundproofing has gotten incredibly good in that room.
I have PTSD. Gun out.
Sergeant Slacks,
Okay,
got-
that's actually you.
I'm
Okay,
here with the food.
nice.
Congrats on the promotion.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
I don't know if you see or not.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
There you go.
Look,
Thank you for the delivery.
the food can replace Solomon
Thank
Walker.
you.
This works.
Los Santos DoorDash right here. It's finest. Happy to
Oh,
help.
you
Thank you,
slacks.
Slacks.
Thank you, Slacks.
Thanks, Captain Flags.
This is probably more useful than he was, so it works out.
Nice.
So what are you afraid of, Murphy? What scares you?
Me? Oh, doing something I might regret, or not doing something and regretting it. That's isn't that what everybody's afraid of?
I have no regrets.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think
That's
that
good.
the DOJ being ineffectual insofar as these guys' punishment is concerned is not a threat to the entirety of the city when crimes like this are barely punished?
Hmm.
Oh my God, thank you. I appreciate it.
There you go.
Thank you, thank you.
I think they gave out the sentencing that they did. That's not my fault.
Well, in your opinion, I mean, like, let's say you were the sole judge for the case. How would you?
Here's the thing, though. In terms of justice, right? In terms of due process, it's not my fault anymore than it is the offender's fault that they got a light sentence and now you're after them. You know what I'm saying? They didn't decide that. The judge did.
Oh my God! You think it has anything to do with the sentence?
Okay, first of all, it
I'm
doesn't
not
have anything to do with
excusing them on
this.
what they did, but I'm saying you're punishing them for a sentence that you didn't like that they didn't give themselves.
They're merely an example that I used to describe why I thought the way that I did and why that I feel the way that I did. They are not the reason that this was drafted up. This document was drafted up in order to carry the burden that the DOJ has failed to carry, which is to actually ensure that someone who commits the highest level of crime is suitably and appropriately punished. That they are.
Okay, so why haven't you talked to Crane about this before taking unilateral measures to solve someone else's problem?
This is what the purpose of the council is. This is what the purpose of the council is. The DOJ has made their intentions clear. Okay. I object to that.
Okay, like how do you know they made their intentions clear?
Oh my God!
With their sentencing.
I'm not like, no matter what I say, you're just going to interpret it as me defending your enemies again. So like, there's no win situation for me to even have this conversation.
It's not about that. Okay. I think that you are a simp for them. That's fine. But this has no bearing on that. Okay. What I think you're doing is you are grandstanding in such a fucking pathetic way.
These guys beat one of your lawyers, Murphy. They beat a cripple. Why don't you care?
Oh, well, what did he do?
I never said I didn't care. I said I don't support this legislation.
After being dropped into a helicopter blade. That wasn't enough for them. They beat a crippled man. And they wouldn't do it alone either. They needed 4 of them. Oh, what did he do? He did his job. That's what he did.
Oh, shit.
Hello, miss.
Okay, I will jump in real quick here. I don't disagree with y'all on pushing back on CG more and things like this. I don't think it is just going after your enemies. I do think that they deserve some sort of punishment for this, more so than what they
city
got.
council meetings.
But the tragic fact is, does anything we are writing today stop them?
No, it escalates this so that they continue to grab more and more power.
That is where I kind of agree.
So you negotiate with terrorists? You let them win?
No, God, no, never.
The verdict here, then, in Murphy's view, is that any attempt to do this, any attempt to do the job of the government to ensure that the sacredity of people in Los Santos operating as civilians and citizens, that their life and value is now diminished because there is no rightful punishment for people who do these crimes.
I just won't support cutting people's hands off. Why is that so hard to understand?
We're taking that one off,
took that out, okay?
Taking it off.
Just to ask for that.
You took it out, but
you
it's
guys wouldn't
insane.
notice it, to be honest.
Is there anything else we can cut off, like, you know, the negotiation piece?
Yeah, could be.
The policy of appeasement doesn't work because at that point, the role and purpose of the government, of law enforcement, of everything is no longer relevant.
I agree. I saw you try, and they didn't give a shit. I don't know if any of this would help, and honestly, I don't really have a solution. But I don't think we win this, which is tragic to say. I'm not incredibly hopeful about it. I try to stay positive usually all the time. But I agree with you. Their punishment should have been so fucking much more. So many people before have had to suffer for way longer in prison for way less. But here we are.
What about Ember Quinn? Remember how long she was in prison?
Uh-huh.
And for what?
A disparity in sentencing right now.
Remember Edward Quinn? Didn't
So
she spend
it was
like
like
21 days in
21
prison?
days? Yeah,
Justin
I think it was
Kidd.
it.
Why don't
Look
we
how many days
invite
Justin
some of
Kidd
these
spent in
fucking
prison.
judges to the council meeting and talk to them about why all
You know,
this
I
shit
would
is
love
Because
to
I got
know why
because I got the
Gatsby
head of
said-
bar and I got the chief justice in this room. I don't need to talk to other judges.
I'll be
Sure?
perfectly
I would
honest.
like to
I
speak
don't
with
think that
Gatsby.
this decision is up to them. I don't think that they can give as much time as they as you know as you're hoping for. It's just the world now.
I'm gonna go look for Crane.
I don't know what you even asked. I was just telling you. I wish I was fucking stupid.
Is everything good in there?
You seen Crane?
Crane went that way and walked around the corner, and now he's gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Soze's arguing with Slags.
Got it.
I've already talked to the psychiatrist, Miss Pixie, and I said to her that I would have done it, but the police didn't want to do it. But now
We should.
apparently they do want to do it. What the fuck is that going to prove? Who?
Why would he care about other people's opinions, though?
Where is he?
Exactly.
Where is
That's
he?
what a crazy person does. They take advice
What?
from people that
Sorry.
don't want to listen to. That is stupidity.
So you showed up to a court case looking like a shaman. What do you mean? With face paint?
Like a shaman, I had a bear rug on because I was surviving in the wilderness like a man. I used the entire element of that bear instead of wasting.
2
Oh my
years.
God.
What
Bad day for me. Hey, look.
Wait, who said my
don't ma-
name?
Nobody said Berg. What?
Nobody said
Chris
Berg.
Johannesburg and
Berg.
it's not
Everything's
Berg.
about you, Berg. Everything's about you, Berg.
I want to know why she said something about offering feet pictures.
Uh.
Okay, well, I stopped listening when she said her thing. What? Why?
Oh my. Jesus. Who is that on the phone?
I'm looking for Crane. Hey, Bobby. What?
On the docket, I won my appeal where my firearms license was taken away from me, and I do not want to pay $25,000 again. I won my appeal. I want my gun license back.
Didn't you just get $50,000 from the state?
$500,000
Or
from the state.
$500,000?
Yeah, that all went to a car.
It all went to a car? What one?
And I know my rights. A coquette, beautiful American-made vehicle.
I'll have to talk about it.
You gotta talk about it?
Yeah.
Who?
Crane probably, but he is nowhere to be found.
I'm not paying fucking $25,000 again. I
You
was
might have to pay
exonerated.
$25,000 again.
I was exonerated at my appeal.
Well, you know, this is like a first time thing that's happening right now, so I actually don't know the process of it.
What about Murphy? Call it Murphy.
They're in the meeting right now. So.
Is Crane in the meeting?
He walked out. That's why I'm looking for him.
All right, thank you.
Oh.
I'm way back now.
Hmm. Okay.
No reason that me having a gun out should mean anything to you, unless you're
I
doing
don't
crime.
know.
That's fine.
No, because it's still a fucking threat.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I think
not.
she might be.
It's
She's
okay. What are you
reaching.
doing over here?
I was checking my bills.
Woo! All right.
Can't find Crane anywhere. Hmm.
Just in a 5-minute meeting. Excuse me, 5-minute break right now.
Okay, there's a shit ton of people
We're only on
outside, by the way.
legislation piece 1. We got like 4 more.
Like, there's an actual fuck ton of people out there.
Oh, is
Hmm.
there?
Yes.
Real patriot.
What?
That
Give me the
What
tea.
would you like to know?
Good to see you, Soze.
Crane walked out while Murphy and Siobhan and Max had an argument.
No.
Crane's missing. I don't fucking know. El Soze is outside protesting or some shit.
I'm so tired of anything a police officer does gets questioned by alleged legal experts.
Yeah, it's especially good when he gets questioned by people guilty of capital crimes who have
So-
very strong opinions on how the government should operate, despite that.
Yeah, hell, I walk out. Why do you have your gun out? I don't know, Billy. Maybe there's been multiple, mass shootings that happened in the city hall over the course of the last month.
What's that game? I'll link it to you.
I tell them what happened, and then they argue it. So, oh, but it's a threat. Is it a threat? I'm a police officer. You think I'm going to shoot you? If the answer is yes, then you should probably stop doing whatever the hell you're doing that makes you think I'm going to shoot you.
A big jumble here.
Probably shouldn't doubt someone's badge and gun. Their gun is pointed anywhere near.
I love it when the balls touch. Hmm.
So yeah, over under that Crane will ever return.
I'm not sure if he is.
They said he turned a corner and disappeared.
My guess is no.
I think we should.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Congratulations. The Council of Eight has been rendered mostly impotent and cosmetic.
No, okay, I took medicine to stop that. That is not true.
I'm happy for you, Cornwood.
Thank you.
I wouldn't call it trip, man.
In that, I didn't.
We're done. We're done.
Look at me. Look at me.
Okay.
Never understand it.
Interesting.
Because maybe you're
That
like
was
50
quite
years
the
old, you're-
meeting.
Do I gotta go to the doctor again?
Yeah, maybe.
Do you think we should preemptively call the police?
Nah, it's probably
What do you
okay.
think's out there?
I don't know. Why don't you find out?
I have no bills.
Come
See-
on, Murphy, come on.
I feel like this
Phantom?
is how the
Yeah, okay.
terrorists win, and that's fucking unfortunate. But I get where they're coming from.
I gotta stand on principle.
No, I'm glad you did.
On a lot of-
This is the
I mean,
most that I've agreed with you, probably ever. Just making legislation against their enemies is not productive for the city, and I
You
know that they
got
can both
Pep,
be
Murphy.
productive. But here we are.
Yeah, that one was a little crazy.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's gonna get a shot.
Yeah, probably.
I've never been afraid to be the bad guy. That's why you need someone like me around sometimes.
Okay, that's the smugness. That's making me regret complimenting you. But no, you thank you, honestly.
You're a team player, Murphy. A real heavy hitter.
I
just legit
I don't know.
want what's best for everyone and for our departments, respective to everyone, and yeah. You know, I meant what I said. Pretty much sums it up. And I give a shit.
Yeah, I don't agree with all of it, but I think they're focusing on the wrong part. I don't know. For different reasons to you, but hopefully. Yeah, I heard that. Hopefully things improve for another meeting. We'll see.
I guess we'll see.